Find the limit if it exists. All right, we have a graph. It's a piecewise function, and we're looking at the limit as x approaches -2 from the left. Of the function f of x. So let's go ahead and get to our graph. We're going to find x being -2. We need to approach it from the left, so we need to come in this direction towards -2. Of course, we're not going to be down here on the x-axis. We're going to be on the graph. So the graph, excuse me, the graph, as we're approaching -2 from the left, the function itself is going towards the y value of 6. So the limit as x approaches -2 from the left of f of x is 6. All right, let's try it the other direction. This time it's the limit as x is approaching -2, but this time from the right. So same thing, come towards -2, but from the right. So we're coming this way. Of course, we're not going to be on the x-axis. We're going to be actually on the function. And as we're coming towards -2 from the right, we see that the function is going towards the y value of -1. What do you think the limit as x approaches -2 of f of x will be if the limit as x approaches -2 from the left is 6 and the limit as x approaches -2 from the right is -1? What do you think the limit will be as x approaches -2 of the function? Well, hopefully you said it before I finish writing it. DME does not exist because these limits do not meet each other. Furthermore, it's not continuous when x is -2. All right, let's keep going. Let's try the limit as x is approaching infinity. So as x is approaching infinity, we're going this direction. So again, we're not going to be on the x-axis, but instead we're going to be on our actual function. And what do we notice? The function is going towards a horizontal asymptote, which is the y value -2. So the limit as x approaches infinity of f of x is -2. What about when we're going towards negative infinity? Well, negative infinity is this way. Of course, we need to get on the actual function. And again, we see is approaching some horizontal asymptote, y value of 2. Okay, so as a recap, remember the limit as x approaches some value will only exist if the limit as x is approaching that value from the left and the limit as x is approaching that value from the right are equal. If they are not equal, then the overall limit will be d and e. When x is approaching infinity and negative infinity, we're asking you, does the function approach a horizontal asymptote? Okay, so this is graphically how limits look. Hopefully it has been helpful.